Hey guys, and welcome to Lyz Develops 16-bit Survivor. Today's episode, we're looking at the crafting menu, we're giving you a new preview of the game itself. Please leave your comments below with anything in the game you think could be done better. That would be awesome, that would be sweet. I'm sorry it's been such a long time, but guess what, we're back. Are you guys ready to go? 'Cause here we go. So guys, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Let's get this started. If you remember, 16-bit survival used to look like this. Now, this is awesome and I love it, but I did not like the game engine, so I had to change it. I apologize. What this means was I had to restart all of the development because the code was not cross-compatible, but that's okay. It's taken me a long time. I've had to rework the art and I've had to rework the code, but I'm making my way back to where we were. All right, I hope you like it. Here's what it looks like as of right now. We have changed a lot. If you look at the art, everything's different. We try to go with a more realistic approach with it. Pixelated yet realistic. So our character has a different running animation, there's water, there's just all kinds of different things. We pick up an item, it appears in the top right, shows us what it is. If you can't tell already, we're not using Game Maker to make this game, we're using Unity, free version, personal version. So it's going really well. It's doing very nicely. We have a zoom in and out feature, and if you can see by the trunks there, it just shows when you get closer, it goes away so you can actually see where the trunk is. Just like before, anything you pick up, you can only carry one item at a time. Picking things up right now is kind of a task, carrying to where they have to be. The nice thing is, he's pretty strong. That probably won't happen. You probably won't carry a log. I don't have him actually carrying the log. I don't know if that would be a good idea. Go ahead and leave a comment about that. If you think his animation should show him carrying the log when he's walking with the log, or it should just be up here. Any item, to be honest, would be great. I think I have, nope, not the sticks. The only items that it actually shows when he's carrying them are these tools, and that's the axe. And what is nice is he can now go into the water and swim, right? His thirst bar doesn't work yet. Only thing that works is health and stamina. Hunger and thirst is not implemented, but we do have wolves, and they will attack. So we're gonna go ahead and take off. Hopefully the wolfie doesn't come after us, but so those will be things we can tame. Wolves. We used to have squirrels. Now we have wolves. We jumped up. That also gives us a little bit of more difficulty to the game. So what I'm hoping is I can get a lot of this going, get it up on the internet for you guys to download, and allow you to start playing it right now. You know, why wait, right? Whatever you guys have, whatever ideas you can come up with, go ahead and just spit them out in the comment section. We'll get them and we'll make this thing happen. Today's task, what we gotta do is we gotta get a crafting system. Right now, we need a crafting system to get a rock and a stick together to make this axe. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's get to work. This is what we're gonna have for our crafting menu. If we go into the game and we look, it looks like this. It's kind of like a notebook that he pulls out that he can look at. One thing I did want to show you guys, which is awesome, is if we look at the map right now, there are no objects on the map, like none. This map, when I first built it, it's pretty big compared to the player. If you look right down here, it's hard to see, but that is the axe. So if I zoom in a little bit more, I think you can see it a little bit better. So the player, I mean, standing this way is about as wide as that axe. So if we stop it right now and we zoom out, that shows you roughly how big the scale of the map is at this point. Like I said, it always can get bigger. With how many objects I wanted to put in at one time, I couldn't just put them in because the amount of objects that would be in the game, we would crash. So what I had to do was implement chunking. If the player is within a certain area, certain objects will appear. If it's not, they'll be hidden. So here's our game. We can see all of these objects, right? And if we move around, it doesn't seem like they're appearing. They're there, right? So what this looks like in our screen mode is this. So as you can see, there's only objects in certain areas right now. Things will start appearing as I move. And as I moved, you can see all these trees started coming in. The wolves always are there, but that's okay. If it becomes a problem with animals and stuff, I'll have to chunk them too. You can see over here, inside our world game object, there's our chunks. So if we look at chunk 2, it's being shown right now. We have a bunch of tree pines, a bunch of sticks. If we look in chunk 03, tree pines and sticks and rocks. So what's happening is, as the game's loaded, as it starts, all of this stuff is randomly placed throughout the map. They're placed within their own chunks, and then those chunks are hidden. The player's placed in the map. When the player's placed in the map, any chunks that are around them are shown. Pretty simple, right? Alrighty. So I'm thinking the best way to do it would be to whiteboard moment. We have our crafting menu, and we have lines of text that describe the item that we're going to craft. On the right side, we will have an image of said item, and underneath we will have symbols that represent items that can be crafted. Now if we fill up all these symbols with possible items to craft, we can have an arrow system that switches out symbols, maybe 10 symbols at a time. In the middle, in between these two things, we can have the resources. Maybe this is the axe object. We could show maybe a picture of a rock, a picture of a stick, and that can be it. I think it can work. Let's try it out. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a controller that'll handle all of our crafting needs. Array list. What was it again? Item or symbol array that will add items to our array. So this will be called public void add items to array. It's to take in a game object, and we will call this param. And let's see, symbol array dot add param. So my plan is this. There is a bunch of them. There we go. So 4 is actually 3. And 4 is 5. As hard as it's going to be, I got to do it. So in here we say switch 1. This equals button 1. Break. Now we should have them assigned to the right spots when we have stuff in our array. So guys, we've got a little bit done. Please go ahead and leave some comments to tell us about what you think we can do to make this better. As always, if you would be so kind to go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Continue watching these videos and I will continue making them. Check out the other series on the channel, Lazy Plays and Lazy Play Shorties. And until next time, we will finish our crafting menu, but we will see you later. Bye-bye.